Now, this is a message for, the real ones, like the real. If you know you're really about God, you're really about Jesus, then, you know, um, this is a message for you. And I just want to remind you, let you know that you're needed in the body of Christ. You're really needed. I know sometimes you might feel like, oh, like you don't feel worthy. Do you get it? You feel like, you've been through, you've done so much stuff, and I'm pretty sure half of it wasn't even your fault. We all go through things in life. Life just got a habit of throwing things at us, and then sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So you've really been through things situations where it weren't your fault, situations where you didn't know any better. You've been through things where you might feel ashamed, and you really felt God's hand pull you out of there. And I just want to remind you and let you know that, you are important to the kingdom, and you are needed within the body of Christ. And I remember earlier in the day, I came across, I was catching up on the latest news, what's going on in the community. And then I saw the news with, one of the latest news of what happened over New Year's with one of the pastors, one of the leaders in one of the mega churches, over New Year's when they baptized someone. The event that went on in that church. And one thing came to my mind straight away. Like, I feel like God put it in my spirit straight away to share something. But I was like, nah, I was like, you know what? I think I'll give this one a miss. But then, I was going through YouTube, and then I came across one of the teachers. He's well known, Tony Gaskin. And he touched on it. And within the first couple minutes, he was talking about the same thing, the same message that I got earlier. He was speaking about it as well. So I thought, okay, then it's not that bad. Then I can share it as well, because that's exactly the same way, the same thing I was thinking as well. So I thought, you know what, let me share it with you lot. And it's about I forgot his name. I think it's William Murphy, and what was happening in the church. And I'm not gonna really touch on that whole incident, but what I got from that, I didn't watch the whole thing, but straight away, with when you also add what's happened with the other leader, with the famous rapper and stuff like that, I just get this feeling where a lot of people, yeah, when they get certain titles and they reach certain levels, they don't know how to deal with it. And one of the reasons is that they were never that guy. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, like when you see leaders that start battling with, they don't know how to handle fame, they don't know, you know, how to deal with money, they don't know how to deal with lust, they don't know all of these things there. God prepares you before you get to certain doors. Do you get what I'm saying? Way before that. Do you get what I'm saying? So when they get to these levels and they don't know how to handle it, because you got to remember, you're leading the people that you're leading. It's all for God's glory. Do you get what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful with. And another thing is, a lot of people they've got a problem with stepping down when you can't handle certain things. I think our leaders need to, just be honest with yourself and just step down and get closer to God. Don't just carry on, trying to lead people. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, going back to what I was trying to say is that some people are never that guy. Like, you were never that guy. So when they get to, like, I don't know, they're probably sorry for the people that got, bullied in school, but they're probably, not, what do you call it, popular in school, the outcasts, you know, might have got, what I'm saying, like, no one really liked them, the girls didn't really like them, they were never really, they just weren't that guy. So Now when they reach a certain stage, you know, when they gain a certain title, then they kind of, they don't know how to handle it. And that's just the honest truth. And then when it's like the real ones who's actually gone through, you know, the mud, like you've really gone through it, like you really felt God pull you out of where you was. Now when we start coming through, they feel intimidating. A lot of people feel intimidated by us, by our energy, because they know that we're the real deal. Because they know that we're the real deal, so they feel intimidated by our energy. Do you get it? That's why I said, you know, for the real ones who are really, you know, trying to like do this walk, you're really about it. That's why I said you are needed in this kingdom. And I know it's hard for you to you know, for people to what do you call it, they're not going to embrace you. People are not going to embrace you, especially if you're a real one, because, you know, like I said, like for most of these other people that got these titles and they're in these certain ministries, and you know, the leaders that we see in these mega churches and all of these things, most of these people, they weren't that guy. Like they didn't go through, you know, what we've gone through. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that obviously our thing is worse, but I'm saying that our thing is we weren't peer pressured to do things. Do you get it? Like, even when we're the black sheep of our families, when we're the outcasts of the community, when you're all of these things where you was set apart from young, it wasn't because, oh, I really wanted to join in with them. No, it was because your mindset just didn't connect with certain people. To get what you fought for, what you believed in, and you stood firm. That's the reason why you was an outcast. You wasn't an outcast because you was trying to beg from people. No, to get, and that's why I'm saying people like us are needed in this within the body of Christ, because we're the real ones who are going to be able to build something solid, a solid foundation. Do you get it? Because we got that connection with God, because we really felt Him pull us out when it was time and really call us. Most of these other ones, they were not called. Do you get it? They might have just, you know, studied it, or maybe their parents brought him into church, used to go to church every Sunday. And do you get what I'm saying? They went through the little nice route, and then we went through the gutter. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, when we're trying to come through now, people feel intimidated. Do you get what I'm saying? So even me, when I've started this ministry, when I'm starting to preach, starting to teach, a lot of people will look at me and be like, who's this guy? Like, he's not looking the part. No, I don't need to look the part. Do you get it? Because I already walked the part. Do you get what I'm saying? I walked along that path and God brought me out of it. That's why I'm here and I'm able to sit here and talk like this. Do you get what I'm saying? I might not know the Bible, all the verses, but I can tell you about how many times God's brought me out of things. And I can tell you about the relationship that I have with God. Do you get it?